All right, welcome back. So real quick, before we jump into this video, wanted to thank a new channel member. This makes 10 channel members. Absolutely crazy. Never thought we'd get to 10 channel members. But Jay Strasser with a Tier 1 membership. Jay, are you related to Brad Strasser, the announcer at Port Royal? Let us know in the comments section below. But thank you so much for being a channel member. Also, thank you to Christopher Thacker, Brett Bear, Ski Loner, Caleb Johnson, Bill Gillies, also Skyke, Easy Does It, Racing Vagabond, and Blake Dowell. All those guys have been a member for at least 8 days, and some of them up to 5 months, and I really appreciate that. It really does help the channel a lot. Helps me buy new markers, helps me buy new magnets and things like that. Speaking of the magnets, we're up to 45 new magnets in the cart on stickeru.com. Sorry for the weird cut there, but I went on sprintcarratings.com, and I felt like this needed to be on the board after I recorded it at first, so sorry for the weird little cut there between the channel members and the news, but I want to put this at the very beginning. Justin Sanders is the latest driver to get over $100,000 in earnings in sprint car racing this year, but he did it with only 33 410 races this entire season. That is the least amount in the top 40 in earnings besides Kyle Larson. He has 28 races this year, which doesn't even really count. Is he even a real person? I don't know. And then the next closest is Brian Brown at 44 races. So Justin Sanders has 11 less races in a 410 this year than the next closest guy and has $100,000 in earnings. I'm not really sure where to go with that, but that seems pretty weird to me, and I thought that was something that people might find interesting to put in this video. He has 6 360 wins this year, which might account towards that 100K in earnings, and he is currently 31st overall in all of sprint car racing when it comes to the money earned this year. So now let's try to make this cut a little bit, more normal, and we go into the rest of this news video. Well, let's get into this video now. The news of the day, I don't even know if it's news of the day, but just kind of some stuff I wanted to talk about and some stuff that I found out over here the last 24 hours or so. The first thing on the board is JJ Hickle. He's going to be running against High Limit this weekend in the Hills Racing number 67X car. Now, this is interesting for two different reasons. Number one is I could not remember, I don't think I've ever been to a 410 race where the Hills Racing 67 has been in the field. Obviously Sam Hafertepe Jr. is technically in that team, but I've never seen this car coming to a 410 race. Normally it's a 360 car that runs up there at Oshweekend and stuff like that, and we'll run some 360 stuff at Knoxville with Alex Hill. That's usually the 77 car, but interested to see how this pairing will go at the Four Crown. Crew chief is Joe Gertie on the car, so JJ is a more than capable driver. Joe Gertie, obviously a very capable crew chief, so it'll be an interesting pairing to watch this weekend. They did run just last week at the Oshweekend Speedway during the Northern Sprint Car Nationals. JJ did start on the pole of that race. Unfortunately, sounds like they kind of missed the setup there in the main event. He's faded back to 13th. Showed they had some speed early on in the night there by starting on the pole, leading a couple laps at the Northern Sprint Car Nationals. Now, also announced yesterday, I believe it was, Gio Scelzi. He's going to be racing at the High Limit International race at Perth Motorplex in December with High Limit. He's going to be driving the Golding number 71. Honestly, guys, I'm still trying to figure out my Australia stuff. If that's a good race car, let us know in the comments section below. I don't know. I'm guessing it is, or else Gio probably would not have taken up on that ride. But he does join other drivers from America or national touring drivers, Carson Macedo, James McFadden, Parker Price Miller, Brad Sweet, Rico Abreu, Kyle Larson, and Corey Eliason. So that's a pretty good number of American drivers that are going to be there. If I'm missing one, let me know in the comments. But I bet you will see at least 4 or 5 more that will be at that race at the High Limit International at Perth. I know guys like Peck and Baston are trying to get there. I know Zierfoss is ran down in the last couple of years. So we could see some more guys joining that field of Americans or, not McFadden, but, national touring guys in America being in that field. Another driver and car swap here, or a new driver and car pairing, I should say, is Chase Randall is set to drive Kevin Newton's number 16 TH car this weekend at the Four Crown at Eldora. And so Randall, we saw him recently running that 14 car during the Huset's High Bank Nationals week, I believe, at Huset Speedway. He's been running a couple of other cars as well. He ran the Tyner Hurst car out in California. He ran, what was the other car that he had not too long ago? I did a video about it, I thought, but maybe I forgot. But Randall's still trying to jump around and find something to set in stone. He will be in that 16TH, which has been driven by multiple drivers this year, including Hunter Schoenberg, Cole Macedo, and a couple others as well. Now, another thing that was kind of interesting on Facebook yesterday, Andrew Bowman, who is the former tire guy for Brad Sweet when they won 4 World of Outlaws championships in a row. Maybe it was 5 championships in a row. Andrew Bowman was the tire guy on the 49 car for Kasey Kahne Racing all those years. He is now set to reunite with Kasey Kahne Racing. He will be the tire guy for the rest of the season on the number 9 car for Kasey Kahne. So I know that, after it was a Lucas Oil Speedway, I believe, earlier this year, 2 of Kasey Kahne's crew guys, they left. They didn't want to do it anymore. They quit, whatever. And so they've been kind of scrambling here to get guys in, to help them out over the last couple of weeks of the season. And so it's good to have Andrew Bowman in there, a guy that knows what he's doing, now works in the NASCAR Truck Series. I don't know what team it's for, but he's going to come back to his roots, quote unquote, and work for KKR this weekend and for the rest of the high limit season. Maybe that'll turn out to be a good sign for Kasey Kahne. Maybe he'll have some good runs to finish out the year. Kelby Watt is now the newest driver, at least for this weekend, of the Michael Dutcher Motorsports number 17 GP. That car, much like the 16 TH, has had multiple drivers in it this year, including most recently Justin Henderson with High Limit at Lernerville. Cale Thomas ran the car at the Knoxville Nationals. Justin Pex ran the car before as well. But Kelby Watt now will get the call, and he will be driving that car at Eldora Speedway this weekend during the 4 Crown Nationals. Kelby was actually pretty good there at the Kings Royal Week in Bill Rose's 6 car, so we'll see as the 17 GP car is trying to get their program put in line to maybe make a run at a national tour next year with driver unknown as of right now, but they're searching around, trying some different guys out. Let me fix my magnet there. Also, Corey Day, today, I'm sure all of you know this by now, but making his NASCAR Truck Series debut tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway, and then he will make the long flight or whatever it is, not really that long, from Bristol over to Eldora to run 2 nights at the 4 Crown. But did want to mention that if you did not know that Corey Day is running the truck this tonight and the ARCA car tonight as well at Bristol. It'd be fun to watch him. I don't have regular TV, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to watch it or not. But I'm going to try and see if I can figure out maybe some illegal links or something to watch that race. Now, the final thing I got on the board here is a little trivia question for you guys. And the question is, there have been 55 total high limit racing events since 2022. And there's only been one driver that has attempted to race in all 55 of them since the very first race back at Lincoln Park Speedway. Who is that driver? We're going to give you 15 seconds to type up your answer in the comment section below and hit the send button. So go ahead and get that ready for it. I'm going to pull out who it is here in just a second. And I'm going to let you guys, you can cheat. There's probably people that are cheating on this, but that's all right. So I'll give you another 10 seconds or so here. 55 races with high limit. Only one driver in the history of the series has ran every single one of them. And you might find this a little bit interesting, a little bit maybe off the wall. It's not Rico. It's not Zeb. It's not Tyler Courtney. It's not Brad Sweet. It is Corey Eliason. He has ran every single high limit racing event since 2022. He ran the Indy Race Parts 71. He ran the Crouch Motorsports 11. And now, obviously, the Ridge and Sun Racing number 8 car. And apparently, they're going to finish the season out so we can keep that streak alive. But next year is the big question. Will that streak keep going? But I thought that might be something interesting that you guys did not know about as we put it on the board here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Head to Eldora tomorrow night for the 4 Crown Nationals. Hopefully you'll watch on Flow. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and comment down below about some of the things on this board. And we'll talk to you guys again here soon.